Hello, I'm Nathan Judah. I'm here with Shrewsbury Town reporter Mr. Lewis Cox. Lewis, I mean, the main goal, of course, tonight was Wembley, and it wasn't a classic, but they've got there.
No, I don't think it was. I don't think we'll be sort of rewatching it, the full 90 minutes. But they did enough. They were comfortable. I thought they were impressive with the ball for large parts, while stumbling in the final third, sort of lacking a bit of composure. But as with so often this season, Shrewsbury Town needed one goal to win. The defence did the job again. They're not high-flying large scorers. They just got the important goal. Looked solid, looked comfortable. They didn't need to get anywhere near their best today. Yeovil looked dangerous in sort of spells, but they only had a couple of sort of lively attackers, and I thought Town were professional, comfortable, and I think they did the club and fans proud, and the management. I mean, fair play. This is just an incredible. There are no words to define this season, and to reach a cup final at Wembley as well as be fighting for auto in League One is staggering. Really, you can't get your head around it with the squad they're working with. No disrespect to the players, but it's a small squad. It's an incredible achievement. It really is.
And look, Yeovil struggling, towards the bottom of League Two, but they gave a pretty good account of themselves. You've got to say. Frustrated them at times.
Hurst actually said Yeovil are having a okay season. They're doing fine. They're 17th in League Two, sorry, but they don't have a great budget. Obviously, it's a tough area to work in. I don't know how high Yeovil can push, so they're by no means in the bottom four of League Two, and they've got talent. The lad Zoko up front and the winger Khan. They've got lively attackers, but I just thought they never looked truly comfortable at the back. Town looked strong midfield. Town won the battle. Credit to Yeovil, because they've come to a hard place and give it a game. It got to the hour mark and it was level, and I don't know about you, but I was worried about penalties.
Starting to get a little bit nervy then, wasn't it? And then of course Carlton Morris does the business, and what a fantastic 11 spell. I mean, scoring goals, isn't he?
Just on penalties, Town had been the better team, but then put their chances away, and you think that's going to bite you on the backside, don't you? It almost seems like sort of ironic sod's law that the team that hold on and struggle, don't create chances, smash and grab, take the penalties. So Town didn't want that, and what a moment for Carlton Morris. I mean, he's just turned 22. Actually, I've got some great words and thoughts from Paul Hurst actually on Carlton, and how he's really lifted his game since the new year, come into his own.
He's a big body, he's strong, and he's got a unit, and he took his goal really, really well. You're not saving that.
You've only seen him a couple of times now, but he's got everything, and if he could just not finish, but if he could just get inside the post more often and put goals away. He's on 9 goals now, so nearly double figures, but what he gives you: power, pace, trickery. He was up against a 6'6" centre half today, and did as well as ever in the air. I really like Carlton Morris. I think he's got a lot going for him, and I'm really happy for him as well. He deserved that goal, and I'm happy for the club, the fans, everyone really, because what a day we've got to look forward to.
Absolutely, it's going to be absolutely classic. And I thought, towards looking at the other end of the pitch, I thought Owen Beckles was superb, and of course needed a big save at the end as well.
Agreed. I mean,
Henderson's pulled off a cracking save there, one-handed.
I'm glad you mentioned Beckles. Actually, that wasn't pre-planned, but he was my man of the match. He's a centre half, Omar Beckles, and for the last 4 or 5 months he's been playing at left back, out of position. He's actually right-footed. He's not even, he can just use his left foot. But all that aside, I mean, he's getting better and better and better. At the start he was just sort of filling in at left back, but now you wouldn't know he wasn't a left back. I mean, some of the work he does up and down the pitch. He had a couple of interceptions, Beckles, that saved Town within the last 5 minutes, and then go into 4 minutes of added time, and they get that chance that always seems like it's coming. There's always going to be one chance.
Yeah, of course.
At 1-0, and Paul Hurst was funny about Henderson's save. Actually, he said, "Don't get too carried away." I've just watched it back, and Paul Hurst reckons he could have saved it. So, but it looked a good save from where we were.
Cameras looked decent.
Got a low hand down to his left, and how crucial, as important as a goal. But the Town back four as a whole. Towards those nervy, edgy last 5 or 10, they were always in the right place to clear, which is credit to them again.
And look, of course, the league is the priority, but what a fantastic day the fans have got to look forward to now, going to Wembley against a Lincoln City side that they're going to start big favourites, but Lincoln have got a few decent scalps along the way, and last season as well.
Lincoln got to the quarters of the FA Cup last season, didn't they, and created a record in doing that. I mean, they've already sold 16,000 tickets.
Fantastic.
it's Lincoln's first time going there as well. Massive day out for them, massive day out for town. I'm so glad the final Shrewsbury Lincoln, it's going to be some occasion. And another thing you can read Paul Hurst talking about just now after the game is him wanting to improve Shrewsbury Town's record at Wembley. As fans I'm sure will know, having been to probably all of them, Town have been to Wembley 3 times and they've lost on each occasion. So you know, that's another thing for Paul Hurst. He wanted to bring this club to Wembley. Can he end that voodoo? Because Town fans don't have good memories of Wembley. 2007, 2009 at the new stadium, playoff defeats. But this, it's an interesting one, isn't it? Because they could finish in the playoffs again this season. They could go into Wembley in the playoffs. But this is it's a bit of a free hit, isn't it? We're getting the day out, the enjoyment of Wembley. It'll be great to win, and we want to win the trophy. But you know, the league is the most important.
Absolutely.
thing.
I mean, we were discussing before the game that if they did get to Wembley, fingers crossed, that they might take 15 to 20,000. Are you surprised? I mean, I understand this competition is much maligned, that there are only 4,000 fans here tonight.
It was certainly a talking point before the game, and there's been boycotts all season. In the rounds leading up to tonight, there's been no more than 2,000 at the ground. Every fan seems to have had their say on this, and I sort of have an opinion. But you know, I mean, if I was a punter at a paying Shrewsbury Town fan, I'd want to see my side at Wembley. I think I understand the competitions, the detractors, why they don't agree with it. I understand that, you know, as the old JPT format, when there were no development under 21 sides in there, that's how it should be. It should be a Football League trophy. It shouldn't be, you know, it was very nearly a Shrewsbury Town against Chelsea under 21s final, and you know, who wants to see Shrewsbury Town at Wembley against Chelsea's kids? Yeah. You know, it's a lot different to Lincoln, and I understand it, but you know, and Hurst has said again there, try and put it to a side. You know, bring your kids along to the Wembley final, because it doesn't happen very often. You know, 4 times in however long of the club's history, over 100 years. Just bite the bullet, I think the gaffer said. You know, it doesn't matter about the competition. It's a day out. It's a trophy. Like, you know, at Wembley, it's an amazing stadium. You know, support the lads, because you know what these players have done this season is truly remarkable. And you know, it's Wembley's another chapter in this season that we hope just keeps giving. But there's so much to look forward to still, League and Cup.
Yeah, you're looking forward to it.
Wembley, yeah. I've been as a fan of Liverpool, but we won't go into that too much. And I've worked previously there as a freelance, but with no affiliation to the club, so this will be my first time going there working with a club that I cover. So the build up, you know, speaking to fans and old boys, it's going to be special, isn't it? And I know you'll be there, and a lot of other colleagues, and you know, hopefully give it the coverage it deserves, but hopefully the players will perform and fans will turn out. It'll be a great occasion, and what a season it's been. I'm literally pinching myself covering the club this season. You're so embroiled in it, it's hard to step back and think, what on earth is going on? Like, I don't think it'll be till maybe the season finishes. I mean, who knows how it'll end, but it'll be like, wow, you know, what has happened this season.
Shrewsbury Town 1, Yeovil Town 0. Salop are going to Wembley. For all the post-match reaction on this one, make sure you log on to shropshirestars.com.